Let's get started with new chapter of science, that is chapter 8, Cell, Structure and Function. Let's see a conversation between Minnie, Sahil and their teacher. Minnie, microscope is one of the best discoveries of science. Sahil, yes, it is. We can see minute things clearly with the help of microscope. Minnie to her teacher, Ma'am, can we also see what is inside our body through microscope? Teacher, yes, with the help of different types of microscope, we surely can see different cells of our body. Let us study in detail about the structure and functions of cells in this chapter. Here you can see a picture of brick wall and the cells of onion. As the building is made up of smallest unit called bricks, in the same way the body of living beings are made up of smallest units called cells. All the living forms look very different from each other, but they carry one basic feature, that they are made up of cells. So cells are the smallest part of an organism. They vary in size and structure as they are specialized to perform different functions. They carry out all the basic functions of the life like growth, metabolism and reproduction. Therefore, cells are the basic unit of structure and function in all the living beings. Now let us know how the cell was discovered. You are fortunate enough to have been born in this era. It was until 1665 that a scientist named Robert Hooke discovered the existence of cell for the first time. Robert Hooke observed a thin slice of cork under the compound microscope. Cork is a part of the bark of a tree. He saw tiny room-like structures which looked like a honeycomb. He termed them as cells. Cell is a Latin word which means little rooms. The cells that Hooke saw through his microscope were all dead because the cork came from a plant that had died since long. Next we come to the cell theory. Today we know many things about the cells due to the improved microscopes like electron microscope, which can give the details of even very minute structures. So the cell theory was proposed by scientists like M. Sladen and T. Schwann in 1838. The main points of the cell theories are: number 1, that all the living things are made up of cells. The second point is that new cells arise from pre-existing cells. Pre means before. So the new cells arise from the cells which existed before. Third point is that all the cells have similar basic structure and functions, though they may be of different types. So this theory is applicable to all the living organisms which are present on the earth. I hope the topic must be clear to you. Thank you and have a nice day.